Hello everyone, welcome on back to the Survival Challenge. Alright, so, well, if you can't tell from the top left corner, something's a little different, right? I have officially turned on precision farming, so that is officially on now. I decided what the heck, why not? We should easily be able to afford everything that we need, hopefully. I have the tractor out there. So that will obviously allow us to upgrade our sprayer and stuff, which I will do once I go and pick it up. But I'm curious how much it is. 34 grand it'll cost us to do that. May use 90% less herbicide. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. Oh, these are part of the plains and prairies pack too. Oh, then the precision farming one. I obviously don't know that much with what's in the plains and prairies pack, clearly. Alright, so first things first. I have been kind of looking around here. You can also see the potential yield in some of these fields now, which does tell me that the next field we want to buy is probably this one, just based off of soil type. Does not tell me on these other sections, though. If I go over to these, it says. I wonder if it's because I don't own a field in one of these squares. If it's like a bug with this being the 60-some pieces of land version instead of like 30-some. Because there's a version where each square is separate you buy. Then for this map, and then I use the one where there's 4 different squares in each square. Figure it's a lot cheaper pieces of land. You're not starting with a huge piece. Alright, so I think we can probably buy this, which actually is looking like it's going to be fairly decent. Will cost us 2 grand. I think for the time being, we're going to do it this way instead of having the scout do it. That's pretty good. That is actually really, really good. The worst yielding field will be this top one. But all these other ones are going to have really good sections in it. This field's actually going to be really good as well. And we'll do this one as well, which is really good as well. So it's good to see. We're actually going to make a 2% bonus now. And then obviously nitrogen and stuff, that gets updated as once you do the harvest. So right now, obviously it's going to show like the base score. Then if we do the harvest and the pH and the nitrogen is good, then that score should also go up alongside it. So we're going to head out here. The plan was to do the soybeans first, but I think I'll actually do the canola field. But does it show it? Okay, we did obviously just recently do this and it looks good. Nitrogen is high, but that might be because obviously I did it before precision farming. And this is good though. Okay, so must maybe take into account that, oh hey, this has already been, pH has already been added and everything. So we should actually be getting pretty good yields and stuff from these fields. What the? I'm not sure what's going on there. What? What just happened? I don't I don't know what to say. I don't know what happened. What happened to the header? I wonder if it'll change now in the future. Where's the headers? Is there a different like header type option now with? No, say it should look like that. It almost looks like it's meant to be there, like it's connected in. Oh no, it's not really connected in. I don't know what to say. Ziegler harvesting. And the weird part is the only Ziegler harvester header I see in here is this one. I don't see any other ones, so I'm not even sure where it's getting that from. That has to be with the header itself. I don't see one in here. So yeah, I don't know. That's just such a, I don't know what's going on. I'm curious if it's going to change if we go to the soybeans, but we'll do this first. We'll do this first. That's weird. I'm not even sure what to think of it. Well, we can see the first glimpse of the yield map for our fields here. Obviously, basically all of these fields will need a second go around on loam now to get it good for precision farming. Wrong button. There we go. So that's something I gotta remember. Obviously, these fields are not going to be suited for precision farming. They're suited for base game. Although I think we should note that did actually lower us. So it's because of the nitrogen. I didn't think the nitrogen was that bad, was it? I guess maybe it was. It's okay. It is low. The pH is probably not great either. So yeah, that's definitely something we'll have to kind of slowly get better. That's something we got to remember. The pH score actually went up a little, but the nitrogen is what's going to hurt us. But once we go and direct drill these, that'll also help. %, yield. Not too bad. Not too bad. But we just gotta obviously get used to some of the precision farming type stuff here, obviously. That's the biggest thing, really. It'll take probably, once these fields are harvested, I'll get the loam corrected. Maybe after the next harvest in all of these fields, outside of those three. Those three are already, they're going to be messed up. It'll be the harvest after that in those fields. God, the header is so weird. Then we should be sitting pretty good. Really, my only hope is that I don't end up lowering it below 50 on the total. If I do that, I'm going to end up getting a decreased sell price, which will hurt us in the now. Obviously, future, you can get a really good one. So, yeah, then the canola here should be sold next month. We'll have to remember to do that. God, the header is so weird. It's weird to see. It's weird to see. I don't know why that is. If you know why this is like this, let me know. I'm going to try it in the soybeans after this. I'd be curious if it does it there as well. If it doesn't, then I'm just going to assume it's some with the canola in this header. Could be a mod. Could be precision farming, maybe even. And obviously, it's almost a good thing that we have 3 fields ready to harvest. We can get them harvested today. We can probably get the pH at least corrected. It won't take nearly as much pH or lime this go around when we go to lime it, though. We shouldn't go through nearly as much. Really, we're just trying to get it topped out to where it needs to be. That's the biggest thing. I have no idea. Seeing the header is just so weird. It really is. So we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on things, make sure we get them good this go around at least. It'll take a little bit to get everything where it needs it to be, and then it's just about maintaining it. Because once I get to the point where I'm just maintaining the fields, making sure they're at a good level, we shouldn't really have it drop below like 90, 95 on the environmental score. Once you kind of get in the rhythm, okay, I need to do this, it's usually just fine. Do I need the sensor when I do the lime spreading? I don't know if I do. I thought it was just fertilizing. I mean, I could buy it regardless, the proactive sensor. I think it's just fertilizer, but I can just buy it now. I mean, I'll either need it now or I'll need it later. Okay, I see rain in the forecast, so I'm turning down the time speed. I do not want it to rain on our harvests. Yield is looking pretty good on a lot of spots, though. 93% total on this field. Don't know what the other box is for. The one is something per hectare, I'm guessing. HA. The one might be harvested ground, maybe. The 3.0. I don't know. They added that obviously in the 25 version, so it's a little bit new to me. The percentage for yield right up there is nice. That'll make it a little bit easier than kind of just guessing in the bottom corner. Okay, while that is dumping, I'm going to just go over here. I'm going to start the soybean harvest. I just want to see if the red extension on here disappears or not. It does. I don't know what to even think. Alright, let's look at money for the canola. So right now it's 27 grand in there, and we still have a very, very large field over here to obviously get done. But now we're up 2% after we finish that whole harvest. I suppose the pH is fairly, moderately good in a lot of spots, so I should actually bring that up. Tillage won't go up until next time because we'll be direct drilling all the fields now. Weed control won't go up until we've spot and sprayed them. And nitrogen and pH wouldn't go up until we harvest again in all of these fields. It takes a little bit to get everything back up to like the maximum it can be, but like I said, we'll go through and we'll get all the the pH topped off in all these fields. Making sure we can obviously get the best in that case. I'll just park that there. Yeah, that little red extension is only for canola fields, I guess. Well, the yield is looking pretty good here, which is good to see. I'm going to turn on steering assist for this. This is a little bit bigger of a field. I'm thinking probably this field will get sorghum next time. Honestly, this top field would kind of make sense too. I'm just trying to think here because I need it in a fairly sizable field, but I don't want to be too big either. Obviously, I want to make sure I'm getting enough for them. So, I know I could do this one. Obviously, this field, the yield should be better. I mean, these fields are a little bit bigger, though, so... One of them will be the sorghum field. I'll also have to decide on which one when we get there. That's a pretty nasty, rough spot for yield. 77%. Whatever soil type is there is... Oh, it's the loamy sand. Which is not the greatest. Sandy loam and loam is the best. Loam is the best, though. It's loam, sandy loam, then was it loamy sand? Yeah, loamy sand is... Yeah, it's loam, sandy loam, loamy sand, and then silty clay is the worst. I think silty clay, you get like 85% yield or something. It's pretty bad. That's at like maxed capped out and everything. Well, I think I'll just go ahead and start up a time lapse. We can probably honestly finish out both of these fields nice and quick. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
It's a useless waste of time. I don't care what's on your mind. The truth was never for us to find. We could lock horns all day, but really who cares what we say? We will be lost before we fade.
Alright, so we are on the final little strip here for the soybean harvest. Should be doing very well financially from this. Because obviously soybeans is like $3,000 easily per 1,000 liters. So we're going to be talking, I don't know, 80,000? Like quite a bit of money just from these two fields. That'll be sold this summer, middle of the year. Be start of summer because it'd be like June, but middle of the year. And we should have got another harvest or so out of it. Kind of wonder how much lime we have left because we obviously we bought a lot when we initially put the lime down for those fields. We're really just maintaining it now, though, so it might not be that much we need to put on. Won't be a little amount either. Still going to be a decent amount, I'm sure, but... When is it supposed to rain? Oh, it's quite a bit later. I'll have to wait on that. It's not quite in. Yeah, all the way in. It's $89,000. So I was definitely a little on the light side, but not too much. $9,000 basically. All right, so let's grab the spreader and we'll quickly get those 3 fields just kind of topped off. I'm not even sure if we'll need more than maybe 1 or 2 spreader full. Like I said, I think we should just be basically maintaining it. Just be a little bit. Just for my sake, I'm just going to use super strength to put this in. I don't really have a better way to put it in outside of grabbing the forks. At some point we'll have to get herbicide and stuff in here too. We don't have that much lime actually. I'll buy some. And we'll do another thing of lime, like 2,000 liters. That should be good enough for quite some time. Like I said, it's literally just to kind of get things where it needs to be. Yeah, it's gonna add like 0.3, very, very little. It's just to kind of get things in a good place where we shouldn't have to worry about it for a little while longer as well. But obviously when you're, oh, it's putting a lot down. Putting a lot more down than I thought. It's still less than normal, probably. It still is quite a bit. But you can see, obviously, different portions of the field need a different amount. So when you're just adding it normally base game, you're kind of just going across and applying the same amount to every area. Yeah, I'm willing to bet we've just put just as much down as we did the first time. That's, yeah. I don't know if we really need to cut down the width. I think it only applies to what it needs, but might be wrong. Yeah. This is definitely gonna take a lot more than I thought it was gonna. Well, this one we're not adding as much, 0.5. It obviously depends on the actual soil itself. That value, it changes a lot of how much you're going to use. 0.3. Probably still fill it up once I get to the end here. 0.75, 0.8. I might end up damaging that crop actually. Okay. Ran out, but I would have damaged the crop if I went to the very end of that field. The roads for these fields are probably a little bit smaller than they should be. I'm obviously saying that as the guy who made them, so. Yeah, we'll probably, this full one might get us to the end of this field, and we'll still have to apply some to the rest. We'll still have to do this piece. We might be able to lower the width a little, but not too much, I'm sure. We'll knock it down 1 probably to be safe. So yeah, sandy loam doesn't appear it needs too much. That's nice. I'll just do a short little time lapse. We'll just finish out this field and then that one. Shouldn't take too long.
As you dictate the laws, your future self honors the flaws. And some of us who are awake watch as you are fixing your mistakes. By along the stone, the subtle movements of the land. Within the limits of these chains, there's only so much to explain. One day you will find this wall, the one
Alright, so we are just about done here with this field. We still have a handful of fields that obviously will need to be sorted out, per se. I don't think we used as much lime as we did initially. But it's a lot more than I had thought it would be, but it is what it is. We kind of obviously got things straightened out though, so hopefully, obviously these 3 fields will be really good for lime. We'll kind of see in the future, obviously, on the next ones, but there's some parts that say they're over limed. The very edge of the field. How does that even happen? It's automatic. I'm not quite sure how that would work, but a large portion of this field is on the edge. It's too much pH for some reason. Like this one, 8.25. So, we'll be high in a lot of areas, possibly, but it should slowly get better. So that means our environmental score might not be great after these harvests even. Still be good, I think. It'll still be fairly good. We're sitting at a 71 already. And really all we did was do 3 harvests. 3 different harvests and... yes, and do the soil sampling. And we're already got a 6% bonus. And we're in October, so we will be looking at eggs likely next month, which should be over $120,000, which is kind of insane, honestly. Peas will be fairly soon as well. And we'll probably sell wood beams, the wood products, this winter. The sorghum. We really honestly do need to produce more than what we are, because we're already down to 12,000 liters in here. That's pretty rough. So we're definitely gonna have to, probably one of these bigger fields will have to probably take it in the future. Maybe this one looks slightly bigger than this field, so maybe the middle field will be the good field to do it in. And obviously this field, this top field here, will be the worst of the yields. Don't find it. Yeah, you can see it'll be the worst of all the fields for yielding. Honestly, for yielding, this field might be across the board the best. Across the board, this is 120%. This is 110. That's 120% now, which it will be like 125 probably now in the future. This one will just, yeah, it's 80%, yeah. It will get up into the 90s likely once we get everything kind of sorted out there. And we'll kind of figure out, we'll see on these other fields once we get there, obviously, but. Anyways, that is about everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.